Can you introduce yourself?
So my full name is Sumit Thakare. I belong to Bhushan district of Maharashtra, where I did my schooling from. So I completed my BTech from Veer Mata Jizabai Technological Institute, Mumbai. I love running, gymming, watching movies and Hindi web series. And sir, this is going to be my fourth attempt at CAPF and third interview.
Okay. So what stopped you from joining earlier?
Sir, in my first attempt, I was not able to clear physical. In long jump, I got out. In second attempt, sir, I gave interview and missed the final list by 12 marks.
Okay.
And in the last attempt, the 2021 exam, I missed the final list by 3 marks.
Okay. So you're progressing faster. So this time you hope.
Yes, sir, I
Very
hope
good.
that I will make it.
So what attracts you to the CAPF?
Sir, my father is in police, so since childhood I am seeing him and getting inspired from him to join the uniform services. And sir, with time I met number of officers who were constantly inspiring me. So yes, sir, that's how my journey started.
But don't you think that police is a big negative job? It's like stopping the crimes, suspecting everybody all the time. Some bad will happen. Don't you think so?
Sir, it is the job of the police, but yes, at the end of the day, we are performing it for the greater good of our national security. We are trying to make our people safe. So yes, I think definitely it is a good job.
Okay. So you are positive about it.
Yes, sir.
The job could be negative.
Yes, sir, I am positive about it.
Okay. So which is your first choice in the CAPF?
Sir, CISF is my first preference.
And last?
CRPF is my fifth preference.
Okay. Have you heard about the one border, one force?
Yes, sir.
What is this recommendation?
Sir, it was a recommendation of Subramaniam committee, as far as I am able to recall. And at that time, he put forward this concept of one border, one force. And accordingly, then, sir, we have used this concept in order to...
Have you heard about one nation, one force? Shall we merge all 5 services into single one?
I haven't heard this concept, sir. One
Okay,
nation,
let's
one
discuss
force.
that then.
Okay.
Merging this all 5 into one and building a strong consolidated force instead of keeping separate SSB and BSF, ITBP.
Sir, the evolution of forces is itself a process, and as that with time we feel that we are needing specific force in order to guard the specific geographies of our India. So accordingly, we evolved our forces, and I think they are now in a better position rather than making them in converting them into one force. It is quite good that they are working in their respective domain.
Okay, so you're not on the side of merging into each other.
No, sir, I am not on that side.
How your engineering knowledge could be used in the service?
Sir, there will be some direct application and some indirect application of my engineering knowledge. Indirect application, sir, in CAPF we are supposed to use lot of equipments, and as an electrical engineering it will be relatively easy for me to learn about this equipment handling. And sir, indirectly there are certain principles of electrical engineering and engineering in general which will be helpful for while performing our duty, like sustainability, then risk management, and being innovative, and constant learning and innovating. So that way engineering knowledge will help me.
Okay. What is insurgency?
Sir, insurgency is an act of armed rebellion to overthrow the government. That is basically
what is counter-insurgency?
Counter-insurgency is a concept in which we perform the operations in order to contain the insurgency situations.
Anywhere in India, counter-insurgency operation going on?
Yes, sir. In the state of Northeast, in the states of Northeast, we are our forces are indulging in the counter-insurgency operations.
Against whom? Who has done insurgency?
The rebellion groups, in the insurgent groups, in the Northeast. Sir.
Any name you can give?
At this time, I am not able to recall any names, but Naga's front something is there, but yes, exactly, I don't know. I am not able.
Okay, is Naxal operations against Naxal is also the counter-insurgency operation?
No, sir. Naxalism and insurgency are different concepts, though they are both of them are the form of terrorism. But fundamentally, the concepts are different.
Okay, what's different?
Sir, in insurgency, the operations are performed by our own people to overthrow the government. But in case of Naxalism, our own people are trying to gain the political power by using the mass organizations, by mass mobilization.
Okay. So don't they had army of their own, Naxals?
I mean, they have their own people, I mean, with weapons and all, but exactly calling them army is
They're Dalam. Dalam, they are the commands, divisions.
okay.
They have proper structure of army.
Yes, sir, they have proper structure.
What's the difference between Maoism and Naxalism?
Sir, Maoism has its origin in China. On the other hand, Naxalism originated in India from the Naxalbari village of West Bengal. So fundamentally, that way they are different. But yes, definitely there is impact of Maoist ideology on the
But that's the
Naxalism.
only difference that they have. One is impact originated in China and other is in India. That's the only difference.
Even sir, there are other difference. Maoist ideology believes that political power flows through the barrel of gun, and Naxalite ideology is more focusing on the political, gaining the hold of political
So
institutions.
they
more like
participate
that.
in elections.
Sir, at some instances, I think they have tried. In some case of Bihar, I am able to recollect at this point of time. They stood in their panchayat elections in one particular district of Bihar.
But is that a part of philosophy that participate in elections and thereby hijacking the democratic representation?
No, sir, not exactly philosophy, but it was an attempt by our state to integrate them in the mainstream society. So that's why they were given the tickets and they were allowed to, they were provided an opportunity to stood in election.
What was the hard targeting of drones? What was soft targeting of drones? You heard?
I have heard about drones, but exactly soft targeting and hard targeting, I don't know, sir.
Okay.
Can you tell me the hierarchy in CAPF?
Sir, in if we talk about hierarchy, there are constables,
Okay.
which are at the lowermost rung. Then, sir, there is sub-inspector, then inspector, then assistant commandant, then deputy commandant, then second in commandant, then commandant, then DIG, IG, additional DG, and DG. This is the hierarchy, sir.
Compared to police services, state police services, where does assistant commandant stands?
Sir, assistant commandant in CAPF is equivalent to the DYSP or assistant commissioner of police, ACP, in state police.
Okay. Have you heard about territorial army?
Yes, sir, I have heard about it.
So, tell me something about it.
Sir, this is territorial army is kind of reserve army which is used in case of exceptional circumstances.
Okay.
But I don't have deep knowledge about it. I think I need to give a thought on it.
Okay. Can we club it under CAPF or paramilitary forces, or it is a different entity?
No, sir, it is different. It is considered as a part of army, I guess, but not. It is not counted in CAPFs.
Okay. Why do you think all the engineers are turning towards other jobs other than their technical fields?
Yes, sir. Employability is a big issue for engineers, and there are certain reasons for it. The kind of education that engineers are getting is really poor. Around 15 lakh engineers are graduating every year, and nearly 2.5 lakh engineers are able to make it to find the job. But sir, there are certain issues in our structures of educational institutions and curriculums. We are not providing them the practical knowledge. Then the skill set that colleges are trying to imbibe in students is not matching to what the industry want. So I think that are some issues.
No, that is fine. I'm not talking about those who are not getting jobs. I'm talking about those who are already employed. They are leaving their current jobs and they are turning towards civil services or any other services. So why is that? What is the reason?
Sir, in civil services or police forces, we have lot of power, and we have power to change the lives of number of people at the same time. But this is not the case with the corporate job. by sitting in the desk they don't actually feel the power at all, but here we have an opportunity to work for the greater number of people. So that's why, sir, engineers are turning to the civil services.
Can you define power?
Sir, power is an ability to influence the target group, ability of an individual to influence the target group.
Which web series you have seen recently?
Sir, recently I have watched uh, Asura 2 second season that I watched.
What is the subject?
Sir, it is about using technologies in order to create the chaos in the nation. So that is the basic theme. By using supercomputers, quantum computers to create the internal security situations.
Is that going to be reality soon? What do you think?
Yes, sir. AI is going to pose a challenge, but at the end of the day, it depends on the way we handle and tackle the AI. So that will define the path.
In the US, there is a strike going on by the creative writers that do not use the AI in the various work, creative work in journalism and other. What do you think? Is this a good idea? Bad it in such type of work?
Sir, how it is going on in US, I don't have exact idea, but at the end of the day, as AI is going to be reality, it is us we who we need. It is us who need to get empower and use AI for the benefit of the larger society. So we really need to define that line, that fine line, by which we will be able to use AI for the greater good of the people, and at the same time, we should ensure that it won't cause harm to humanity at large.
Will, will we be able to find that fine line? Because again, it has happened with social media also. It has gone beyond our limit, right? Or control. So that can happen with AI also, and the repercussions will be more disastrous, right?
Yes, sir.
So in that case, how to find that fine line?
Sir, artificial intelligence and machine learning, all the things that the computers are learning is from the kind of data that we are feeding to them. So yes, ultimately it is at our discretion what kind of data exactly we should feed to these machines in order to make them stronger in their domain.
Why we can't have a league like NBA in India?
Yes, sir, this is the real issue. That's why basketball is not able to uh, find its place in the country like India. But somewhere, I, it is the will of the government or maybe the private players who are there in the market who are not focusing enough on basketball. And though the charm is there with the game, Indians do love the fast-paced action. But yes, enough steps are not being taken to create a league for basketball.
So what should be the course of action if we want to achieve that?
Sir, we can create a league on the similar lines of NBA. We are a good 1.4 billion uh, population, and Indians love constant and fast-paced action. So yes, we can create a league, and eventually, in order to increase the popularity of the sport, at the basic level, we can develop the infrastructure like the courts and baskets, and accordingly, if they are once created, then definitely the students and children will love to play the game.
You have specifically written Hindi web series. Why is that? Why Hindi only?
Sir, I do watch English web series too, but yes, more number in I watch Hindi web series in more numbers, so that's why I specifically mentioned it.
The last movie you watched?
Sir, last movie Mission Majnu.
Mission Movie.
Yes,
What was it about?
sir, it was about the operation that the our external intelligence agency conducted in the state of Pakistan to to gain the knowledge about their nuclear program. So that is the basic theme of this.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you, sir.